illustration. I can't wait.
I've never met a real artist before.
What's her name? The lamplighter? Have you seen her trousers?
Extreme.
I hear she's really nice.
Hey! Sounds like art might be fun. It will be a complete waste of time. What are you doing there? Out of my way, freak. I said.
I don't think I heard the magic word, Ethel.
You'll hear the magic word for turning you into a slug if you don't shift yourself.
Please, it's for people, not for freaks.
Especially freaky little scholarship oiks who think they can tell real witch family girls how to behave. Now move.
I've got just as much right to be here as you have, Ethel Hannah, and if you want to get past, you can ask politely.
Well said, Millie. Keep your nose out the moon face.
Freaky's four-eyed friend rides to the rescue.
All this childish name-calling. It's so pathetic.
I think Maudie Moonface is upset.
I think she's going to cry.
Leave her alone.
Little four eyes
I'm warning you.
and a fat loony face. Don't just stand there. After them.
Great splodges of paint. I don't call that art.
It's an extremely famous painting.
Famous for what?
I'll get you.
Oh, next one's not going to miss.
Millie, get away.
Oh, hello there.
I don't see why the girls can't draw pictures of useful plants as they've always done during Art Week.
Miss Lamplighter did say we should try and be more adventurous.
We?
I'm sure I mentioned it. She wants us all to take part, pupils and staff. In you go, girls. Come along.
Well, I can assure you, Miss Cackle, if that means splashing around great splodges of paint under the instruction of some flighty girl in psychedelic slacks, you can count me out.
Hello, everybody. Come in. Come in. Drusilla and Mildred and I were just experimenting with colour. I expect, for some of you, this looks like their worst fears about contemporary art come true. But leave those old prejudices at the door and remember what it felt like to be little children with a big pot of paint. Have fun. Get messy. Put one of those old shirts on and play about with some colour. What's your favourite colour, Miss Hardbroom?
Black.
Me too. Now, some might say that black isn't a real colour. Anybody know why?
I do. It reflects no light. It absorbs it all. It's like what you see when you see nothing.
Well said. And you are?
More moonshine.
Moonshine, eh? A little light in the darkness like me. Lamplighter. Now, we have brightness and shadow, mystery.
And magic.
Quite right.
Ruby cherry tree.
In the half-light, the imagination can cast its spell. My own work has always been inspired by the weird and strange, by things half seen. I don't know if Miss Cackle told you, Ruby, but I wrote to her in my letter that I used to live as a child in the village down the road. And you won't believe this, Ruby, but I used to imagine that Cackle's Academy was a school for witches. But somebody obviously had the same imagination as me, because here are all these portraits of proud and haughty women in pointy hats. Funny noses, too.
That, Miss Lamplighter, is my great Aunt Hallow.
Oh, you must be very proud. I mean, of her. Now then, I'd like each of you to decide on a special project.
I'd like to do a portrait.
So would I, Maud. Perhaps we can work together.
I'll pose for them. They can paint me.
That's kind, Mildred. I hope it won't stop you trying it for yourself.
It'll give me time to think about it.
Careful. The longer you wait, the harder it is to join in.
I'd like to do a landscape with clouds scudding across the sky and the play of light on water.
Wonderful.
We talked about making something big, but you can get inside it like you're going on a journey. Inside someone's head.
We're not really sure yet.
Sounds magic. OK then, let's get started. Now choose your materials and find anywhere in the castle that inspires you. So, where's Miss Hardbroom?
Miss Hardbroom, from my experience, Miss Lamplighter, is best left to do her own thing.
Foliate, duplicate, artis vitae, imitate.
Miss Hardbroom, how are you getting on? Goodness me! The detail. It's so exact, so precise.
I didn't think you'd be interested in that sort of thing.
Oh, yes. Draftsmanship's very important. Such meticulous hard work.
Well, not really.
It's like a photograph, a photocopy. And yet,
Yet?
where's the heart? Where's the personal touch?
Well,
Why did you choose Maidenhair? It's not easy to draw.
No. But it's so fine, delicate. The way it dances in the breeze. But it's not easy, no.
Don't make such hard work of it. If you want to make it live on the page, you have to give it some life. Some of your own life.
Duplicatus obliteratus. Et foliatus ventilatus.
And what are you doing, Ethel and Drusilla?
Nothing. I'm doing clay modelling. And Ethel's posing for me while she makes up her mind.
Miss Lamplighter,
Yes, Ethel.
did you actually go to art college?
No, Ethel. I'm self-taught.
Laugh all you like. I'll soon wipe that smile off her face.
You've got such an eye for detail, Maud. The strands of hair, the bootlaces.
Well, she's my friend. I know what she looks like. The shape's all wrong.
It's because of the angle. Because I'm sitting down.
That's right. We're used to seeing people standing up.
Yes, and in Mildred's case, running about as well. I've never seen her sit so still for so long since I've known her.
Me neither.
I'm enjoying this, Miss Lamplighter. Are you, Maud?
Oh, yes. It must be wonderful doing this for a living.
Most of the time.
I'd love to be an artist.
I think everybody is in some way.
Do you think this might go in our exhibition?
Oh, yes. Pride of place.
I've been thinking about this exhibition, Miss Lamplighter, and I've decided to award a prize.
I did have a slightly different idea.
We always have prizes at Cackle's. It's normal to have art prizes, isn't it? I mean, you won a few yourself, haven't you?
I'll come back later and see how you're getting on.
I need to speak to you privately, Miss Cackle. It's really important. It's a personal matter.
Well, Ethel. What is it?
It's about Art Week, Miss Cackle. I'm really rather unhappy about it, and I don't think my father will be too pleased either, both as my parent and as the chair of governors.
Really?
At least if we were doing herb drawings with Miss Harbroom, it would help us prepare for our witches' hire certificates. Now it just seems a ridiculous waste of time, playing around like children.
I see.
This Lynn Lamplighter person, she isn't a real teacher. She hasn't taught us anything. All she does is encourage the sillier girls in the third year. How are we supposed to learn anything if all we do is mess around on our own? She hasn't shown us any of her paintings either, has she? She doesn't seem to have a clue about art. In fact, I don't think she's a real artist at all.
Don't you, Ethel?
No. And with due respect, Miss Cackle, I'm going to write to my father.
Well, with due respect, before you do so, Ethel Hallow, you should have a read of this.
It's about time, Ethel. Where have you been? It's really hard trying to work without someone's face to copy. Hey, what did you do that for?
Stop bleating, Drusilla, and start again.
What?
And make it better this time.
I thought you weren't interested in art.
I'm not. I'm interested in success. This Lynn Lamplighter's the real thing. She's had paintings in exhibitions, won prizes. Her portraits sell for thousands. And to think she comes from that grubby little village down the road.
Well, don't expect mine to be as good as that.
It doesn't have to be. It's all in the name.
Drusilla?
Her name. There's going to be an exhibition, a prize. She'll be one of the judges. The winner's work will be shown alongside Lamplighter's. It'll be worth a fortune just because of that. And there's no way it's going to be Maudie Moonface's picture of Freaky Millie.
What about the others?
I've been round looking. No one else stands a chance. It's either us or Maud.
Us? You're going to help me?
I'm your agent. Now get to work.
So what does an agent do?
Encourages you and collects 50% of the profits.
What's wrong?
It's the eyes. They just don't look right.
Let's have a look. Oh, I see. You've drawn the chin near the top. I should be about midway between the chin and the crown of the head. It's brilliant otherwise.
You're really good, Millie.
Hopeless.
Why do you say that, Mildred?
It's what my art teacher used to say at my junior school. Always looking over my shoulder and hurrying me up. It'd put me off and I'd end up starting at the end of the lesson. Just before it was time to finish.
Well, we don't want that to happen again, do we, Mildred? Why don't you take this sketchbook and go and do some work now? Nobody will harass you. I know how you feel.
I doubt it.
It's the hardest thing for me, just getting started. A perfect blank sheet. Anything you do on it seems wrong.
You could draw something in the woods, or take Tabby with you.
Good idea.
But you and Maud need me here, Miss Cackle.
I think we can manage without you, for a while. Mildred Hubble, duplicate, corpus vitae, imitate.
It's me. That's really weird.
It's just a copy, a hollow magigram. It's not solid, look. Now off you go now and find some inspiration. We won't let on to Miss Hardbroom, will we, Maud? She finds one Mildred Hubble quite enough to cope with.
Constance, look at the light dancing on the water.
You're disturbing the lilies.
Oh, never mind the shape. It should glow, it should vibrate. That's what makes art live.
It's the movement, the line.
It's the light, the musical vibrations of the bubbling water. Ah!
What is it?
The water's gone over my boots.
How's your tree?
Like a lollipop. How's yours?
Like a green cloud on legs. You need to get on with your model. Miss Harbroom, Drusilla wants to finish her sculpture of me.
Not now, Ethel. Miss Lamplighter was quite clear about everyone doing some art of their own. I have discovered that there is a lot more to it than I thought previously, and you, Ethel, will discover the same.
We're never going to win the prize at this rate. Look, do you see it?
Oh, a cat, so?
It's Mildred's cat. Let's follow it.
What about Hardbroom?
Catch the branch!
They're going to be busy for a while. Come on.
Shh. Tabby? Tabby, come back. I haven't finished yet.
Hubble Bubble can draw. They're fantastic.
Never mind Maudie Moonface. This is the competition.
I haven't got hope.
Mildred Hubble. It's always Mildred Hubble. Watch out for the wind.
What wind?
Veni, veni, Zephyrati, veni, veni, tempestati.
Hey, what are you two doing here?
We were trying to catch your drawings.
The wind just blew them away. We hope they weren't anything important.
No, don't worry. They were just some practice sketches. I've had a better idea anyway. Who is it?
It's us. We can't sleep.
I
really excited about the exhibition. We actually decided what to do, eventually. And we did it. Call it the head detector. The heart detector.
Yeah, well, you get the idea. And I finished my portrait of you. The duplicate Millie worked really well. Mind you, she didn't have much to say for herself. How'd you get on with the drawings?
Well, I started something, but the wind blew it away.
Really?
What's that?
Nothing.
It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant.
Did you really do this?
What's up with her?
What do you think? Some of the pictures have been put up in the Great Hall. Mildred's is fantastic.
I know.
Enid and her friend's heart detector's really wild. And Maud's picture of Mildred looks just like her. But do you know how she managed to do it while Mildred was out in the woods? Miss Cackle made a holomagogram of Mildred.
Did she?
I'd say that's cheating.
So would I.
Hey, I spent all night on that. What are you doing?
I've got a better idea.
What's wrong, Maud? You know, you do it all the time.
What?
Make out you're no good at something, then turn out to be brilliant.
I didn't realise.
How do you think it makes me feel? All this time you tell me how great my drawing was. You didn't really think it was any good.
Yes, I did.
No, and neither did Lynn. Because that's what's good. What you've done there. Now I just feel like a fool.
Well, you shouldn't, Maud, because I wouldn't want to make a fool of you for anything in the world. Especially not this.
Millie!
Just leave me alone, Maud. I want to be by myself.
If you hadn't have broken one model, we'd have a chance.
Drusilla, you never had much of a chance. But you will have now.
Is that you, Maud?
What do you want? Now who's forgotten their magic word? It's a good job I haven't forgotten mine. Mildred Hubble transmutata.
Ethel, what are you doing?
Corpus vitae terracotta. Fantastic. Now that's a winner.
But where's Mildred?
That's her.
Ethel, you said you were only going to make a copy of her.
Well, I got it slightly wrong, didn't I?
Ethel?
It'll wear off in a few weeks. In the meantime, we win the art competition, and we don't have to put up with Hubble Bubble's babble.
But Ethel...
It'll teach the little oik a lesson. Can you hear me, Hubble Bubble? This is for sticking around when you're not wanted, and for always making out that I'm in the wrong, and for always managing to wriggle your way out of trouble. Well, try and wriggle your way out of this one. Put a sheet over it. We need to get it downstairs.
We've looked everywhere. We just can't find her. It was so hurtful. I didn't mean to say all those things. I was just jealous. I wanted to win.
I wish I hadn't turned it into a competition now. It's taken all the fun out of it.
Maybe she's run away. She's done it once before. Don't say that.
We still haven't had a chance for a proper search, and Mildred's good at hiding. From what you said, my guess is that she just doesn't want to be around during the exhibition and judging. We'll look for her again straight after.
I've got such a bad feeling. As if she's in real danger.
Girls, could you have a look at something for me? I think I might be losing my marbles. I've been looking around the exhibition pieces.
Miss Lamplighter, I don't care who's won anymore.
Really? Well, all the same, I'd like you to have a look at this. What do you make of it?
Brilliant. Did Drusilla really make this? I thought she was doing Ethel. It's so real.
It's called Surprised. And yet it's got fear and apprehension in there too. Struggle.
Trapped would be a better title.
Yes. Gets you like that, doesn't it? When I was in here on my own with it, it was really weird. Well, I am easily spooked by stuff like that, but I felt like it was calling out to me. Doesn't seem to be doing it now, though. I suppose it's just my witchy fantasies about this place getting to me.
Oh no.
What is it?
Miss Lamplighter, you and I need to have a very serious talk.
I think we can all see that Arts Week has been a great success. Thanks to Miss Lamplighter here, who has inspired us in ways we could never have imagined. I think everyone has done really well, but Miss Lamplighter has assured me that in her opinion, there is such an outstanding piece of work on display that it deserves something special. I will now present Surprised, a clay statue by Lucille.
Well, as I said when I first came to Cackles, there is the real and the imaginary and the world in between. So a work of art like this, that almost lives and breathes, is totally priceless and is worth, in my opinion, more than all of my paintings put together.
Miss Lamplighter, you criticised my earlier work for being too real and heartless.
So I did. But I think this piece has plenty of heart. And luckily we have another piece of extraordinary art that can test it for us. This very magical installation by a group who wish to be known as the Electric Collective claims to be a heart detector. Let's see if it works, shall we?
Versus, revolvus, returnus, resolvus, ilio, alio, redux, reductio.
Is that part of the show? Must be. What now?
It's good to have you back, Mildred. You know, Miss Crotchet found these floating in the stream. They're not finished, but they do have promise. And promise is what Miss Cackle and I decided to give the prize for. Free art lessons from me, if you think you'd like them. And a certificate, which I think Maud would like to present. I'd also like to present this to the Academy. It's to say thank you for the inspiration. And of course, it's a complete work of the imagination.